Gemini, welcome to your monthly Celtic Cross. This is for September. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is Empowered World Tarot. We are a new channel. My name is Holly Christine. Let's get into it. Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors of love and light. We thank you for your help today with Gemini's reading for whatever they need to know for the highest good. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Feel free to exchange or reverse the energies as necessary. We'll be clarifying everything as well as getting some advice at the end, as well as an oracle card. Let's see what's going on, Gemini. Hope you guys are doing awesome. All right. Here you are showing up the Eight of Cups energy, crossed by strength. In your focus, the Lovers. In the recent past, the shadow side. In your strength, the Ace of Wands. In the immediate future, the Three of Swords. The energy supporting this reading, the Seven of Cups. The outside influence you may or may not be aware of, the Three of Pentacles. In your hopes and fears, Seven of Wands. And the potential outcome, Five of Wands. Oof. All right, the overall energy for your reading today, the King of Pentacles. So this is, it looks like it could be how you might manage this situation. It could also represent another person. We'll find out more with the clarifiers, but the King of Pentacles is a master at managing anything in this tangible world. The underlying reason that we're here today for this specific reading, the Four of Cups. So you are upset. You are disappointed. Things have not gone the way you wanted them to. And right now we're focusing on that, and I can see that energy in the cards too. They look rough. You might be showing up independent here, single on your own. Perhaps because right away, Eight of Cups. You got your back turned. You're walking away. And this is you or someone else, but I think it's you because this is in the position of you and it's your reading. So we're going to go with that. But like I said, exchange or reverse energies as necessary. So here you are, what once was enough, where there's still a lot of love, but it's just isn't enough anymore. It's time to move on. You're being called someplace else. And it is difficult for you to walk away, as it is difficult for the one being walked away from. All parties involved, it is difficult. And you're being crossed by the Strength card, which tells me even more. This is extremely difficult. And so we have to really check our energy here and tame the inner beast in order to get through this, because we're going to want to act and respond in different ways, and in order to have the best potential outcome, we're trying with difficulty to tame those inner beasts, whether they are fears or anger or rage or our shadow side, whatever's going on, the heartbreak that's here. You're calling in strength. It is definitely a challenge. In your focus, the Lovers. This is a very important connection on your heart, and it's facing a major choice here. That this particular choice head in completely opposite directions. It's one or the other. And in the recent past, the shadow side, that's the same as the Devil card. It just says that we've had some unhealthy behavior patterns show up and now we're putting them in the past. Some sort of toxic energy reared its ugly head. Perhaps that is part of what we are trying to tame as we turn our backs and head in another direction, disconnecting from a situation. In your strength, the Ace of Wands, it is an action that is bold. It takes a lot of courage. It's brand new. Following a new interest, it's extremely transformative, this particular action. In the immediate future, the Three of Swords, there's emotional pain and heartbreak. There's no doubt you'll be feeling this. You're already feeling it, and it looks like in the near future be, there'll at least be some remnants of it. Um, Whatever this connection is, it's a type of connection that's in your heart always, even if you have to leave it, even if you have to walk away. Um, Whatever this is, it occupies a part of your heart for life. And so it looks like right now there's a lot of emotional pain and anguish around this. The energy supporting this reading, choices, many, many choices. Some of them are quite confusing, but you're interested in, of course, making the best choice moving forward. It looks like you have a lot of options. And the outside influence that you may or may not be aware of. This Three of Pentacles is collaborating with others. So this could represent friendships, work relationships, even family relationships. Whoever this is, they want to help you. They're here to assist you. They're here to support you in helping you to regain some stability here in your life. In your hopes and fears, standing your ground, feeling quite defensive here, as if you have to keep all the unwanted energies at bay. And the potential outcome, it looks like a lot of squabbling, struggle, conflict, arguing, battling. And I mean, we're not looking forward to that, are we? No, but here we are, the King of Pentacles, calling in the master manager of things. This situation looks like it requires that. Let's go ahead and clarify that King of Pentacles and see if we can gain some more clarity into this situation. There it is, and we have the Five of Pentacles. That's the card of abandonment. The Six of Cups, a soul connection. Somebody you have a lot of history with, a lot of love shared, and a lot of time. And the Sun. The happiest card in the tarot. It looks like in order to manage things well, you're going to have to let go of this. You're going to have to leave it behind. Let's look at the bottom. What brings us to this little lineup here? The Page of Swords. So you're taking a closer look at things, taking a closer look at this situation of abandoning this soul connection. You may even go all the way back to childhood with this particular person. And it is absolutely heart-wrenching for you to have to do this, but you're taking another look and you're trying to learn as much as you can about how to manage this situation. Either they have abandoned the situation or you need to abandon the situation. I think it's you because you show up with the Eight of Cups, but like I said, feel free to exchange out the energies as necessary. So yeah, this is a major life lesson here. You're learning as much as you can so that you can prepare yourself as best as possible to manage the situation. There was a lot of happiness here, and I mean full on bliss and joy at one point. And no wonder, I mean, when we have to leave soul connections, if we have to turn our back, if we're being called someplace else, it's difficult for everyone and feels almost impossible to do. And just when we feel like we got a grasp on the situation, all of a sudden the difficult feelings come back and it has like this tug on us. This is a forever connection, even if you're not together. So, again, very, very difficult. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Eight of Cups, how you're showing up here for this reading. Having to disconnect, having to move on. There's still a lot of love. A lot of love. But for some reason, you gotta go. The Hanged Man. The Seven of Swords. And the Two of Wands. So here you are, removing yourself from the situation in order to gain perspective. And it's gaining perspective about leaving, maybe somebody else leaving, um, and what path to take. Somebody else who is possibly also leaving here has some sneaky energy attached to it. It's either you or somebody else. This Seven of Swords is moving on, one foot out the door, but there's a lot of sneakiness, maybe even lies associated with it. And you're trying to see things clearly as you separate from this situation. Maybe they left in an underhanded way. And so you have to turn your back on this too. Something's going on here, guys. Um, and again, trying to pick a path forward. You're just not sure which way to go at this point. At the bottom, we have the Devil. Same as the shadow side in the recent past that showed itself to you. All of this leaving is associated with whatever this unhealthy behavior was, toxic energy. We're here because of that. We have to turn our back because of that. It could be addictions or it could just be some sort of unhealthy behavior pattern that you can no longer deal with. Maybe they have been deceptive. Um, the other party here, the soul connection. Um, and this could be a family member or a lover. It could, at this point, it could go either way. Maybe it's different for each of you out there that this may resonate with. But there's some very unhealthy energy that brought us to this point. Toxic type of energy, toxic behavior. You got to turn away from it. It's even for your own well-being that you're trying to gain perspective, which way to go, why did they do this, where should I go, what should I do at this point? But you know this involves disconnecting from this energy. Let's look at strength, which is challenging you because this situation is extremely difficult. You don't want to walk away, but you have to. Show us the strength card. Challenging Gemini in this situation, please. Crossing you, challenging you. Trying to keep your energy calm and wise and with the courage that you need in order to do what you have to do. Lots of courage is needed here. And we have, look at that, strength on strength, guys. You're this is so hard. I can't even express how hard it is. This is requiring so much courage and so much balance of your own energy and strength of your own energy to do what you need to do. Um, and it's extremely hard, like I said, on both parties here. Wow. 2 of Cups. This is a soul connection, like I said. You guys go way back. There's a lot of love shared here between you, and you will always be in each other's hearts. That's why it makes it almost near impossible to do what you got to do sometimes. Look at that, the tower. So, something happened that was completely destructive here. Uh, all trust has certainly been destroyed. Um, the stability of this relationship is just flatlined. Um, wow. And let's look at the bottom. Ugh, it's the world closing out a cycle. But, I picked the deck up in reverse. So, really, the first card that we're seeing here would be the world in reverse. It shows that there's somebody trying to delay this closing out a cycle. It needs to completely end and close out, but there's a delay here. I don't know what that is. You guys probably know what that is already. And if none of this is matching up thus far, it's not your reading. But if it is, stick around. More to come. Very, very difficult. I cannot impress upon you guys how devastating this is. Uh, it feels like your whole world's being torn apart here. And somebody in this, it's so difficult for both parties that I would be surprised if you're successful in leaving whatever and abandoning it altogether. Um, I would be very shocked and surprised looking at how difficult this is. It looks like it's insurmountable. You do have support here from the outside, supporting you, trying to help you, trying to bring some stability to your life. Like I said, friends or family members who are in support, or even work friends, coworkers, or whatever. You've got support, but oh my God, this is really. Let's look at the Lovers card. Let's move on. Let's look at the Lovers card. I just can't say how difficult this is. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 15. Show us the Lovers, please. In your focus, the Lovers, this connection on your heart. This connection on your heart that's been here for many years. Show us the Lovers. I know it takes a little longer, guys, but I just love to wait for Spirit to separate a card out for us, telling us when to do the layout. Just have to be patient and trust that Spirit is putting it together, getting it just right. There it is. Ace of Cups. 3 of Cups. The 9 of Wands. And at the bottom, the Page of Pentacles. Uh, it looks like somebody in this partnership has sought out new opportunities for love and joy with a third party. There's the 3 of Cups. And when I see this, when the devil was out on the table and it's over here, the shadow side, same as the devil we saw underneath, what brings us to this disconnection. Um, this Three of Cups, communing with others for new opportunities for love and happiness and joy. um, I can't help but think that that's tied up to that, to some kind of unhealthy, this being the unhealthy behavior. The Nine of Wands says that we're exhausted, we're tired of this, we've had enough, we can't do it anymore. Our walls are up. We do not trust. Oh, and look who's at the top of the card in this particular artwork on this particular deck. It's the devil. You're exhausted, you're tired of this. You can't do it anymore. You've got to protect yourself and your own energy at this point. You don't trust at all this person, and that there's a chance that they would stop this behavior. You've had it. We're past that point. You've already gone through that. This is complete. Just I can't do it anymore. No matter how much you love them, no matter how much you want things to work out with them, you just cannot do this anymore. And at the bottom, the Page of Pentacles is what brings us to this lineup. The Page of Pentacles is all about investing in time, energy, money, resources, whatever it is. We're here because this was invested in new opportunities with other people. And now you're investing in your own protection. Like I said, your walls are up. Oh my God, Gemini, I'm so sorry. This is horrible. Absolutely horrible feeling. But you do have to protect yourself. Now I understand why you have to walk away. Because this very unhealthy behavior that you've been putting up with for apparently a long time. This isn't just a one-time thing. I don't think so at all. I think this is a pattern. In fact, I know it is, because the shadow side, which we're going to clarify right now, in the recent past, it reared its ugly head. Show us the shadow side. Trying to put it behind you now. Show us the shadow side. What does Gemini need to know? Temperance. Queen of Pentacles. King of Swords. And at the bottom, Page of Swords. We saw the Page of Swords earlier, I believe, over here. And now it's over here. This is part of the lesson, part of the learning. And you're looking at it. You're looking at this pattern that's been going on for a long time. And you see that healing is needed. Balance and healing in your life is needed. So you're putting this in the past. You're making a logical decision. You're putting your heart in your back pocket because you're very aware that you love this person and you don't want it to end, but this problem is here and you can't do it anymore. It's been going on, Temperance, for a long period of time. Temperance is balance and healing over time. Harmony is needed. The alchemy of something is needed. A little bit of this and a little bit of that in order to deal with that. The alchemy here is the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Swords. These two energies bring the alchemy that you need to take care of yourself. The Queen of Pentacles is all about self-care and well-being, self-love, self-nurturing. So very much about healing the self, temperance, healing the self. It's going to take time. It's going to take patience. And it's going to take the right alchemy, which is putting yourself first as part of the alchemy, and putting your emotions with this to the side and being logical here. The King of Swords energy. If anyone is going to make a logical decision, a masterful decision from logic, It's the King of Swords. And so you're just trying to take care of yourself here because of this shadow energy that your partner shows. It's time to heal. It's time to put yourself first. And it's time to be logical, realizing that this is such a pattern that promises to stop the bad behavior are no longer believed. All trust with that is completely gone, and you're exhausted of that. The trust promises and all of that, whatever has been made before, it's gone now. It's out the window. Now you're being logical. Now you're like, that phrase just popped in my head: "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me." Something like that. Anyway, this happened more than twice. And you're learning to put yourself first. You are learning to make logical decisions for yourself that are in your are in your best interest at this point. You know, we can't change other people. We can only change ourselves. This is you changing yourself. Good on you, Gemini. You got to do it. And it's not out of anger, it's out of self preservation. Although I'm sure you have anger and rage and hurt and pain and all of it wrapped up, in there. But, um, I mean, my heart just goes out to you. I want to give you a big hug. And whatever your person's addiction is to fooling around with others or searching outside of the relationship for, new joys and things like that, whatever they're doing. I don't even remember where my mind was going. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Let's move on. Let's move on. It's self preservation. That's all I remember. Self preservation. Um, and, I look back over here, the master manager of things, you're learning how to manage it. Page of Swords here, and you're learning how to put yourself first over here. The Page of Swords over here and over here. It's all related. Um, Big life lessons here on how to care for yourself. You got to do it, or you would just wither away and die and just not even, yeah, you can't do that. You're supposed to have a precious life too that you enjoy. And so, again, self preservation here. It's extremely difficult, it's twice as hard. Let's look at the Ace of Wands. It's in your position of strength. It's doing something new, finding new inspiration to transform. And it takes a lot of courage. But remember, you got strength here twice. Calling in strength to help give you the courage to tame your inner demons of your own fears and your own worries about this. Calling in courage, the courage to do what you've got to do. Show us the Ace of Wands in the strength position, please. A bold move, a new action, an inspired, new, bold action that takes all kinds of courage. Oh my God, I wish you all the courage in the world. All the courage, all of it. And I wish it for your person too, so that they can deal with their shadow side. They need courage to face it and deal with it. And right now, you guys can't be together. And you might never. And they'll always have a place in your heart and you in theirs. It goes both ways. There's a lot of history here. You guys were meant to be in each other's lives so that these lessons get learned. I know it sounds crazy, but that's how soul connections work. We're here for the joys with them, and we're also here for the hard lessons. Hard lessons. Show us the Ace of Wands, please. There it is. Thank you, Spirit. The King of Cups. The Page of Wands. And the Seven of Wands. This looks like your bold move. Let's look at the bottom. Let's include it all. The Page of Pentacles. This is what you're investing in. Your bold and courageous move is to stay calm in the midst of all the storm around you, all the ruckus, all the chaos, all the turmoil. And, this is the chaos and the turmoil, and this is the chaos and the turmoil, and all that you've been dealing with, all the destruction and behavior patterns. Um, the King of Cups is the master at remaining calm no matter what's going on around them, keeping their energy in check. It's not easy. They feel all the pain, but their energy is so calm at this point. So I like seeing that for you, investing in that type of energy for yourself. Um, Page of Wands. This is your main focus is the Seven of Wands. It's repeating energy. That last clarifier there is coming up in the hopes and fears. You are investing in keeping the unwanted energies out. And that means turning your back and walking away and doing something new and bold that takes courage. But it also takes extreme calm and balance in your own emotions through this. And you're hoping that you can keep the unwanted energies out, meaning the not calm energies, the chaotic energies, the arguing, the fighting, the coercion, the manipulation that might come your way, someone pulling on your heartstrings. Don't leave. You don't care about me. Please come back. All of those things. You're trying to do something new for yourself here, and it is in your strength position, and it will take courage, but you've got strength here for you. You're on the right track, showing me all of these energies. I really want to manage things well. I want to make logical decisions. I want to be emotionally calm in what I'm doing and that kind of thing. Like, you're showing me really great energies, and still it's extremely difficult, even with all the best energies that you're showing up with. Speaking of extremely difficult, we're going to clarify that next. This is this Three of Swords. You anticipate dealing with more heartbreak in the future, Three of Swords, and possible betrayal. This would certainly be betrayal. Your soul connection, seeking out other interests that way while they're supposed to be in a commitment with you. Show us the Three of Swords in the immediate future. More emotional pain, more heartbreak. What is going on? What does Gemini need to know about this Three of Swords? Okay, I'll take you get an extra card here too. Take the ones face up first. So we've got the World. Remember, we saw it upside down over here where somebody's trying to delay the closing of this, but here it is in the upright. It's time to close out this cycle of heartbreak. Yes. Then we take our next upright card, or face up card, and that is the Four of Swords. This is taking a break to do some healing and to get our thoughts clear, get our thoughts straight about closing out this cycle of heartbreak. Yeah, that's what you're doing. And then we'll take the face down ones, Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, it's a painful ending, and somebody's very upset about it. Somebody who is the impulsive one here. You're not behaving impulsive. All I see is impulsivity from their type of behavior that's not healthy, that adds toxicity to your relationship. They're very upset about it. They're angry about it. They're responding in a very immature rage about this ending. Closing out the cycle, getting your thoughts clear about their impulsive behavior that just ended. They ended it. I mean, you have to end it because their behavior ends it. You can't just stay in that. You're this is great. This is really good that you are consistently showing me. I'm closing this out. I'm trying to gather my thoughts. I'm trying to heal from them, from the heartbreak that they caused. The Knight of Wands, Ten of Swords. Yeah, the house is on fire. It's burning down. It's already it's already burnt down. It's already there. They're going to show you anger in the future. That look at this Knight of Wands. Doesn't always show up like this, but check out the artwork of this particular Knight of Wands. It's like King Kong in a rage. They're throwing furniture, they're ready to burn the house down, and then we have the Ten of Swords where the house is actually burning down. So, yeah, that's the energy they're showing you here as you close this out and as you take the time away. And they're enraged. They're enraged. They're acting and feeling impulsive. So that also tells me you need to be careful because they're not handling it with any maturity whatsoever. Let's look at the bottom. The Queen of Wands. We're here because, well, the Queen of Wands is all about attraction. What we're attracted to that is attracted to us. So perhaps their attractions. And you are being warned that in the near future, you've probably experienced this already, but also in the immediate future, it looks like you're going to experience their rage again because of the attractions. You're going to attract it because you're going to close out this cycle. So it's naturally they aren't wanting it to happen. Well, I don't want to say naturally, but in this particular reading, they're showing me they want to delay it over here by showing me the world upside down and over here by the rage that they feel when you are saying, I'm closing this out. My mind is clear. I've got my thoughts straight. Because you do. You do. And even in the immediate future, they're clear. It's clear that we need to close this out, and they're going to flip out. And they're going to be ready to burn the house down or do something physical that isn't it's not safe even feeling. So I need to say that. I need to tell you to be careful here because their erratic behavior is very destructive. Okay, we're moving on. We're going to look at the Seven of Cups. It's the energy supporting this reading. It's showing that you have options and choices. You're confused about some of them, and some of them might not be so great, but there are others here that could be very healing and very helpful to you. Show us the Seven of Cups, please. Okay, the Fool. New adventures, new beginnings, new starts, putting yourself out there, taking a risk, ready for something new. The Eight of Cups. That's how you showed up. Turning your back, disconnecting, walking away. Four of Cups. And that is what brings us to this entire reading, this specific reading for these specific Geminis, or their persons, if you're cross-watching and you identify with it instead. As I said, you reverse or exchange the energies as necessary. You're here for a reason. Something drew you into this reading because you're meant to hear it. So here we have the Four of Cups again. Walking away from the disappointments, having a new, fresh adventure in life. That's the energy that supports this reading of all the choices to make a new beginning, a new start, putting yourself out there, taking a risk, having a whole new life. It's new, it's different. It's what happens after we close out a cycle that's been going on, a major life cycle. As soon as we close it out, we're free to start a new cycle in our lives. And this Fool card represents a brand new adventure, a brand new choice, a brand new life, walking away from the Four of Cups, all the disappointment and upset and, painful things that just didn't work out for a long time. And even focusing on it, you don't even want to focus on it anymore. This is getting help with that, maybe even therapy, getting help with that so that we don't miss new opportunities. This is about choosing a different cup. We could see in this particular card as he speaks, to a therapist, a psychologist, uh, he's putting the things that didn't work out behind him. The new offer, the new cup, the new choice is here on the table in this card. It shows that the supportive energy for your reading here today supports your very actions of a new life and walking away from all the disappointment in the past because you're ready to make a new choice. You're tired of looking at all the shit that didn't work out. Good. At the bottom, look at that. What brings us here? The Ace of Wands. That in your strength, that bold, courageous move that will transform your life. Oh my gosh, Gemini, you are doing it. You are doing it. I know the reading's not over, but everything so far is in such support of you. I can't help but feel like I want to be in support of you. I am. It's not that I want to be. I mean, I am in support of you. It's so difficult what you're going through, and I'm so proud of you, and I know it's so difficult. So it takes courage. And it really is. It's something new that choosing this option, choosing this choice of everything you're showing me that you're doing is completely new and really hard and really takes a lot of courage. God bless you. It's amazing, amazing energy. All right. The outside influence that you may or may not be aware of. You have support. Show us the Three of Pentacles, please. Collaborating with others that are very supportive. They want to collaborate with you. They are in your corner. Show us the Three of Pentacles, please. Okay. And we have the Four of Pentacles holding on tight. Oh. Uh-oh. This could also be the other person that you're walking away from. They could be holding on tight, refusing to let go and saying to you, we can rebuild stability here. So it could be that. Let me just not say anything else. This might not be your friends or your family. This might be them trying to hold on. The Hierophant and the Three of Pentacles. I don't know who this is. Let's look at the bottom. Who is this spirit? The Knight of Swords. Okay. I think it's them. I don't think this is your friends, coworkers, or family. I think it's them holding on. It's your significant other holding on tight, refusing to let go. Four of Pentacles, the Hierophant, what they're in alignment with, a significant person in your life in complete alignment with not letting go. They're refusing to let go. That's what the Four of Pentacles is. It's not just holding on tight, it's holding on too tight. It is a refusal to let go. And the Three of Pentacles again. They are trying multiple ways. Three of Pentacles, it's more than just one way. They're trying multiple ways to hold on to you. Come on, we can do this. We can work on this. We can rebuild this. or can't we just be friends? And you're like trying to walk away clean because you know you can't hang out and be friends with this person. That is logical. You're correct. You cannot. I'm not saying, 5 years down the road, could you develop a friendship? Of course. But not now. Hell no. This is just manipulation. The energy that is outside influence that you may or may not be aware of. Usually this is support coming in, but the support is all about them trying to hold on, trying to get with you, trying to collaborate with you. And the Knight of Swords, it tells me who they are when I said who is this spirit, and the Knight of Swords came up. The Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands are one and the same. However, over here they both act impulsively. They both want to take action really quickly. So I knew it was the same energy when I asked. Um, this one has come into some information or some knowledge, and so they're trying to act, logical, but they're not. They're not logical here. They're out of their minds because they're just so upset that you're leaving. All right, so this was here. Let me put it all back in the right order. Um, so yeah, this is them. Spirit just told me this is them trying to hold on, trying to keep a grip, and they're doing it in multiple ways. This is what they're in alignment with. It's a control tactic. They're trying to manipulate and control the situation. Y'all aren't even a match. I mean, you're the king energy. You're mature, you're experienced, and you're very balanced. All the kings are, and that's how you keep showing up. And they're showing up as a knight and a knight. It's immature. And in this particular case, enraged. And I'm telling you, they're willing to destroy everything just to keep a grip on you. They could do things like threaten suicide, destroy the house, destroy your belongings. I mean, any of this stuff, like erratic, irrational, passionate behavior, but passionate coming from unbalanced emotions because you're finally leaving. You're finally, they see it. They see you making a new choice. They see you putting yourself first. They see you getting help. They see you getting out. And they do not like it. And they're going to go multiple ways, okay? Sorry, I know I might be spending a little too much time here, but I mean, look at the energies, guys. Let's move on. Let's look at the Seven of Wands. This is in your hopes and fears. Seven of Cups. So we must, when we see this repeating energy, we have to, even with this very first clarifier, we have to refer back to the Seven of Cups in the baseline as one of your hopes and fears. You're hopeful about your future and also fearful at the same time. There's the Devil. Third time that we're seeing this in this reading. Fearful of their behavior because of your choices. And this is the Seven of Wands. This is keeping the unwanted energy at bay. It's part of your Ace of Wands clarifier up there as well. King of Pentacles. The overall energy of your reading. Managing things with the highest levels of balance, stability, and all of your resourcefulness. Very balanced, very stable energy. Yeah. You're hoping that the way you manage things will be able to keep their energy out, away from you. I don't know how dangerous they are, but they look pretty dangerous to me, honestly. I've been getting a few different warnings throughout your reading that they can become violent and destructive. And I think you're aware of this more than ever at these points in this reading. You may already be, but certainly showed itself to me in this reading in several places. And let's look at the bottom. The Six of Pentacles. That's a sort of daily balance, equal give and take. Equanimity, fairness, balance, equal give and take, getting everyone on the same page. So getting them on the same page, in other words, letting them know this is over, I'm leaving, no, I'm not coming back, no, I'm not succumbing to your threats and all your different manipulations to try and keep a hold on me. It's like you're constantly fighting this battle with them. They've been showing me all the way back here how they're trying to delay this closing out of the cycle. But just as much as they keep showing me, you're doing a great job, and I mean a fantastic job. I don't see how you could do any better than show up with the energies that you're showing up with to stand your ground, keep their energies out. But the more you do this is like a daily balance kind of thing. You're going to have to do this so often. I feel and fear and feel that you need support. Since this support wasn't outside support supporting you, or at least I'm not saying that you don't have any. All I'm saying is Spirit wanted to show me this, and that this position is about how they're trying to keep a grip on you. And that's the outside influence. It's their energy constantly coming in, trying to get what they want, get some sense of stability for themselves, and you're not giving it to them. Good. Let's move on. I'm a little worried about this final position because this is the Five of Wands. This is strife and struggle and arguing and fighting and battling and conflict. This says that in the position of the potential outcome, it says that if all these energies stay the same as they're showing up in this reading, and energy is fluid, things can change at any moment, but if things are going along as this is playing out, you got a battle even up ahead, and that I don't like, because you're just doing everything that you can to keep this person out of destroying your life any further. Let's go ahead and take a look at that Five of Wands, please. Show us the Five of Wands. What does Gemini need to know about the potential outcome of this card of conflict? Show us the Five of Wands, please. Okay, look, oh my God, it's the Five of Wands again. Wow. This is very violent too. Both of them have a lot of fighting on the cards, guys. Artwork is important when we're reading tarot. Not always, but in this particular and for the most part, for the majority of the time, it is. It's standing out to me in this particular reading, big time. These are very violent actions, especially this clarifier, because we've got somebody lighting, all these people are tied up, trapped, tied up, hoisted up even to the ceilings. They have no ground beneath them. They can't move their arms. Everybody's tied up completely and they're terrified. And this person is lighting them on fire, burning them alive. I mean, it's horrendous. It's the Edgar Allan Poe tarot, if anybody wanted to know. Anyway, yeah, it's very violent looking here, guys. I'm not going to lie. Let's see what your other clarifiers are. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Page of Pentacles. And at the bottom, The Ace of Pentacles. We're here because we're trying to build stability from the ground up. We're trying to start over. Not we as a couple, I mean you. This is what brings you here. But the conflict, that's the conflict. That's the problem. It's this this person doesn't like it at all, and we see violence coming back around. The Wheel of Fortune is being invested in. It looks like they're going to resort to more violence. I cannot say it enough. It keeps showing up in your reading, guys. And you keep showing me how you have to keep the unwanted energy out, which a lot of it is theirs, their devil energy, their impulsive rage, because you're making a different choice. And it's flipping them out, guys. Whoever this reading is for, you need to take all the precautions. You do not collaborate with somebody like this. They're unstable. They are completely unstable. This is the kind of energy you get a restraining order against, and you move, and they have no connection to you. That's the kind of energy this is. Did any of you who this reading is for see the movie Sleeping with the Enemy? Julia Roberts and I don't know. I don't remember. But wow, great movie. If you haven't seen it, oh my God, rent it, watch it, find it on YouTube. You could probably find it for free. It's an incredible movie, a suspense thriller. But this reading reminds me of the energy of she had to run away from her husband. He was very abusive to her, psychologically, physically, all of it. And it just showed like a lot of the movie is about him coming after her, him finding her, you know, doing destructive things, being willing to hurt even family members in order to get to her. And so, anyway, the energies here are making me feel that, making me feel reminded of that. So I need to stress that to you. I've got chills saying that all the way down my legs. Somebody needs to hear this. Maybe multiple people, but it's really, really important that you protect yourself and you get away from this person, because maybe even more rage than you've ever seen before. You may not have seen this level of rage, but it keeps showing up, and it's here, and it's more enraged than ever because you're leaving, because you're making this choice, because you're changing. You're not going to be under their spell and the manipulation anymore. They're not going to be able to abuse you like this anymore. And it's freaking them out. Not from a place of love, from a place of very toxic energy. Let's get some advice for Gemini. Whoever's going through these energies, please, final closing message for Gemini, please. And then we'll get an oracle card. Oh my gosh. I just feel like you need protection. They need to not be able to get to you because their behavior is so destructive. Okay, the moon is the card that just flew out. Six of Cups. There's the soul connection that you have history with. Four of Swords. And the Page of Cups. The moon, yet to be revealed. Buried emotions, I don't know. Yet to be revealed. Things that are hidden, things that are secret about the Six of Cups. Secrets of the Six of Cups. Okay? Six of Cups is your soul connection that you have history with. The hidden things, the secret things, the things that haven't been revealed, the things buried beneath the surface, the subconscious. Any of those words fitting that resonate with you when we're describing this person. And then the Four of Swords is a timeout for clarity of mind. It's a break. It's separating oneself. Uh, Maybe this is saying that if there's a break, enough of a break, that Page of Cups, we can be hopeful. I'm hoping this is what this says. It's the first thing that comes to mind here, that we can be hopeful and have a positive mindset that things will turn in our favor. But it's yet to be revealed. Here's the thing. I think there's more to it than what I'm saying. Let me keep talking for a minute. I don't feel like it's quite done. Things that are hidden about your person has to do with the clarity of their mind. It has to do with their thought process. Maybe this is saying that because this is them, secrets of them and their mind, hope. They're holding out hope. This could be their hope. Secrets of their mind. This is their mind, but it's not clear. It's needing clarity, needing to get their thoughts straight. They need mental help. This is mental, and they are behaving mental and emotional. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're still here, I know you do, because it's all over your reading, and you wouldn't still be here if it didn't resonate. Although all the readings are amazing. I mean, even if it didn't resonate with you, it certainly is obvious that Spirit is here telling a story, to giving a message, and it's quite awe-inspiring to work with Spirit to deliver messages, because they move the cards, guys. They turn the cards. They told the story. I just have the honor to decipher it and hope and pray that I do a good service for you and for Spirit, because this is mentally unstable. This is a hidden soul connection mind. I think there's things that you don't know that haven't been revealed, and because of all the warnings I got in here about danger, destructiveness, and the more you move away, the more it infuriates them. And the more emotional they become. I think they're holding out hope. And the card right behind the Page of Cups, card of hope, is their mindset. They're holding on to hope to bring this thing back around. And they may try to express their heartfelt emotions, the Knight of Cups showing up right after that. You need to be careful. This is not healthy. People do not change years and years of behavior patterns overnight like that, especially going from behaving destructive to the relationship and then turning around and being violent. The more you take care of yourself, Queen of Pentacles, the more you put yourself first and make logical decisions for harmony and balance in your life, the more you do that, the more enraged they get. They're not going to go from that to, oh, let me just express my love and everything will be fine. This is not healthy. Please do not succumb to their manipulation type tactics. They are not in a healthy way at all. And this type of behavior takes years of personal introspection and help mentally. They need to get help mentally. This is what this is saying. There's hidden secrets of your person's mindset. They're not letting you go. They're holding on to hope that they can somehow get back in your life and bring this back around, but I'm telling you right now, nothing supports that. It's just showing that it's here. Okay. I'm going to stop talking. I feel like it's complete. But we are going to get an oracle card. This is from Ask Your Guides Oracle. Spirit, what message do you have for our Gemini friends who are going through this very difficult time? So, so difficult and scary, maybe even not safe. It looks not safe. Um, what message do you have for Gemini, please? Card number 49. It's entitled Opposition from your nature spirits. Card number 49. And here is the message that Spirit has for you. Concession, fairness, democracy, and neutrality. Your nature spirits remind you that no one is entirely good or bad. Every person has their own version of reality, which may not necessarily agree with yours. Instead of arguing or feeling wronged by someone who refuses to see your point of view, open your mind and consider theirs. See the balance of light and shadow, rigidity and flexibility, receptivity and hostility in all people, including yourself. Although it's easy to feel indignant and defensive toward the one who opposes you, the truth is that no one is trying to harm you. Okay, well, I hope that's true because I didn't get that feeling. Okay. Instead, your detractor simply supports their own interests and priorities, which are different from yours. Rather than reacting emotionally with argument, attack, or invalidation, seek to understand your opponent instead. Be mindful not to be overly self-centered or self-protective. Be fair-minded and relax in your stance. Guys, I disagree. I'm sorry, I disagree, okay? But I have to finish giving you the rest of the message. There's more. Recognize their humanity and not just the part that opposes you. For example, what are your opponent's priorities? What are their needs? What might they fear in you? This standoff between you can be softened if you consider their motives as well as your own. Gain insight into your common interests. From there, you can move ahead. Compromise. Let your higher self communicate with your opponent's higher self rather than antagonize their ego with combativeness. Allow your nature spirits to ease the tension between you. They will cool the hostile air and calm the ground under your feet so you both feel more stable and secure. Listen, how did I just describe how they're showing up here? These people have no ground under their feet because this person is trying to light them on fire and hoist them up in the air, so they have no ground. What I saw in your reading is not reflected in these words. I mean, anyway, let's continue. Compromise. Let your higher self communicate with your opponent's higher self rather than antagonize their ego with combativeness. Combativeness, period. Allow your nature spirits to ease the tensions between you. They will cool the hostile air and calm the ground under your feet so that you both feel more stable and secure. There is an acceptable solution to this impasse if you ease your position and lighten your heart. Your nature spirit's message to you: accept that your interests are no more or less important than those of people around you. So the only way to achieve resolution is through understanding and compromise. Okay, so there must be something here for someone in this card, or Spirit wouldn't have chosen it for you. And I've already stated how I feel. My mind has not changed. So I'm just going to leave it there. Hey, you know what? Leave it in the comments. How do you see that fitting in? And if you don't, that's fine too. Maybe it's not yet revealed. Maybe it's just something to think about, something to consider. But all the energies I see of this person showing up are destructive, damaging, manipulative, and dangerous, and not helpful, and very harmful to your own well-being in more ways than one. And I see your energy very different than their energy. So maybe you just have to appease them. Maybe this is about appeasing them to get them not to light you on fire over here, not to kill you, not to burn the house down, those kinds of things. Maybe this is telling them something like, you know what? I need to take some space. And if you even want to have a chance at a possibility in the future, you got to go check into a psychiatric ward and get your mental help that you need. Let them know you're in support of that. I don't know. Anyway, I wouldn't even talk to them. This kind of energy showing up, I would have zero communication. I'd get a restraining order and I'd get the heck out of Dodge, just like Julia Roberts did in the movie Sleeping with the Enemy. That's what I got for you, Gemini. I hope it helps. I hope seeing things from a bird's eye view helps you make decisions moving forward on your journey. Um, and I just give you a big hug and I cross my fingers that you have your new life right here. New beginning, new life, new adventure, turning your back on what no longer serves you and getting help so that you don't have to focus on the past anymore. You can focus on the happy offers that are there for you in a new beginning, in a new future on your own. All right, guys. Hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Add your energy to the channel. Please share your story with others. It's so helpful when you add that, not only for me to read and to understand how it resonates for you, but certainly others as well. So, with that, I wish you all the luck in the world, and I look forward to reading for you next time. Take care, Gemini.